women do not decide that the date is going to be a group date unless she knows that she wants a backup plan for the night because she's pretty sure she's not that into you.
Only men are subject to forced military conscription. Women should be subject to forced military conscription. This would be equality between men and women.
I think it should be a choice for women.
Well, you want the equality, but then when it comes to something that you don't want to do, you want to just say, well, I want equality, but not on this.
Do not fall for the trap of a man asking you, what are you looking for in dating? Because it is often a trap.
Honey, that's how a woman interprets what a man is asking, right? Because we are crazy. Also, don't play games. Listen, ladies. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Did you miss me? Don't lie. All right. If you didn't miss me, lie. Just saying. Woo! Well, I missed you. That's all that matters. We are back today. Better than ever. Let's go right in. Clip number 1.
My date just walked out on me within 30 seconds of seeing my face. He saw me. He said, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He also, when he saw me, I was with Francesca, her boyfriend, and Nick. So, not the best look, situation-wise, but he kind of stuck up on me. He was like, I'm going to go to the bathroom. He never... Yeah, no, he walked in, everybody was together.
Okay, we can stop it here before that's Emily. Okay, so here's what happened here. This clip went so viral. It went completely insane. And we had the original and then it got taken down. She must have taken it down, freaked out. And then Emily came. Do you guys know Emily? She has an interesting channel. Similar content, a little bit different approach, but she had put her face into this one and done the commentary, so it lives on, right? We know on the internet, somebody grabs something and there it is. So that's why you see her face in it the whole time. That's the only way that we could show it, and it's just too good, so we had to show it. So again, her date walked out. Now, why did her date walk out? Did you want to hear Emily's comment, by the way? You know what, Ben, let's hear her comment because I agree and disagree with Emily's comment. Let's play the part through where Emily gives her take as well, and I'll tell you why I agree and disagree with her. Let's do it.
Your date didn't walk out on you after 30 seconds after he saw your face. He walked out on you when he saw that it was actually going to be a group date. And at that point, what do you think the man is going to think? It's either 1, you were planning on a quadruple sum and he's just not into that. Or 2, you weren't taking getting to know him very seriously, which means that you weren't really that into him. Actually, I think there's a third reason too. It's that it was a complete joke. It was to make fun of him. He was going to walk in and you were going to laugh at him and say, ha ha, what, you think I could actually be into you? And then you're just there with your friends, which is a complete horror story.
Okay, so that's Emily's response. It's not a joke. He didn't think it was a joke. That third option, I disagree with. I don't think that he walked in and thought that he was going to be, made fun of. I don't think that's what happened. I think what he did is he walked in and he realized she just doesn't like me that much. She's not into me, right? I'm not wasting my time. First of all, when he walked in, he probably saw the guys first and were like, what the hell? I'm not going on a date with her and what are these, her brothers or something? This just looks so stupid. Secondly, he in that moment immediately knew that she really wasn't into him and that he was going to be wasting his time because let me tell you something. Women do not decide that the date is going to be a group date unless she knows that she wants a backup plan for the night because she's pretty sure she's not that into you and she's not going to have fun and she's going to want to cut you loose in a little bit. And then she's got all of her friends there to just keep going with the night, right? This way she doesn't have to have the drink with you and then it sucks or whatever. And then she's got to sit and say, okay, now I got to call people and find them because they're out doing this or they're... No, it's already there for her own convenience. It's already set up right there for her own convenience so that she could be like, oh yeah, I didn't think this was going to work anyway. And then kind of ignore you a little. And then the friends are there and all that, right? So obviously this guy immediately walks in and says, what the hell am I doing? Why did she think that I was going to want to be on a group date? She obviously, by the way, also wasn't upfront with him. So now you got a liar on your hands, right? It's pretty clear that she didn't say to him upfront, hey, this is, do you want to do it as a group? Do you want to bring some of your friends? Do you want me to bring some of my... This was not how it was laid out, right? Or the guy probably wouldn't have walked in alone, right? He would have, if he decided he wanted to go on a group date, which he probably wouldn't have, he would have brought some of his peeps, right? Or number 2, he would have said, I don't want to do a group date, right? That would have just been laid out right then and there. he was obviously surprised. So now he feels like, okay, she's not being honest. What the hell's going on? She's not taking me seriously. She don't like me that much. She's got her whole night set up right here. And now he's already irritated, right? And he's thinking to himself, I'm going to sit down and have to buy this woman drinks for what? For what, right? I think also because guys are so in a place now of feeling used all the time, I think they always look at a situation like, am I here to just like fund the bill, right? And he probably figured he's going to sit down, he's going to buy her drinks, and then what, right? She's already decided that she doesn't really like him that much. Odds of her inviting a guy out to a group date that she really liked from the beginning is like slim to none. So he was probably like, yeah, I'm not funding this. Like, I'm out. That's what happened there. I don't think he thought it was a joke. I think he just thought, okay, I'm getting used, and or this is some like bull, and I'm not interested. Although I do see why Emily said that, because now you have a lot of these women who are making videos and making you into the laughing stock. Oh, I went out with this guy and blah, blah, blah. And they tell the story. But this time, I don't think that's what was going on. I think she just didn't like him that much. She had her backup like night. You saw like the string of people, like this one, her boyfriend, another guy. Who the hell's that guy on the end too? All right. Number 2. Let's do it.
Currently, as it stands, under law, only men are subject to forced military conscription. It's 2025. Women have had the vote for over 100 years. I think that they should be subject to forced military conscription. I mean, you would have to agree, given you're a feminist, that this would be equality between men and women. You're shaking your head. Why is that?
Because we're not as strong as men are, and we birth kids and we birth. So that's a big thing that we do. You were born because of a woman. Like you wouldn't be here without a woman.
Our country would lose if women ran.
I disagree. Women can absolutely. Now, I don't think women should be involved in frontline combat.
You would not.
But women can be part of the war effort.
For sure.
So you can be in the kitchen, in the military. You can be doing administration work. You can be doing whatever the support roles. Women are capable of doing those things.
I think it should be a choice for women.
Why should it have to be a choice for the women?
Our duties is to literally raise civilization.
You don't, but it's not a duty.
It is,
it's
unless you want crackheads running around motherless.
Well, hold on. It's not a duty in the same way that men have a duty. So, for example, can women in the United States be forced against their will to have children?
Well, I don't know in what states this law is where you get raped and you have to keep your kid. But women do have to, in some states they do.
That's not a comparison.
No, it is.
No, because then the entailment would have to be that the government forces women to be raped.
That's how I read it. Because why would I have to keep a kid?
Wow. Okay. So dumb as dirt, man. Oof. God, Brian, man. Brian is really doing the Lord's work on this show. He really is, isn't he? Woo! Okay. Oof. So this is the equality without responsibility point, right? Where they want the equality, but they don't want the responsibility. Now, what's interesting here is when you have the conversation about women and being drafted, my mind always goes to like front of line combat too. And I'm like, oh no, I don't want us doing that because you'd lose everything. Brian brings in the caveat though, that you could be drafted. You could be signed up for the draft and you could work in the kitchen or as a medic or something where you're not in the front lines. That's pretty fair. Now, me personally, I would just say, I don't want to do that, but you can have my vote. I really don't care that much, right? I would just say that's not a responsibility that I want. I don't want to, it's scary to me, right? Wartime is scary to me. I'm being like bluntly honest with all of you right now. That is not something I ever want. I would never be taken from my child. Like, no. Oh, so in order to make it equal, here, take my vote. And my husband will vote for the household, and I love and trust him implicitly, and I have no problem with his vote being representative of all of us. Honey, go have fun. Make your vote cast and make us proud, right? That would be my position if I had to make that decision. I would not say, and I really understand it, because again, when you have to sign up for the draft, you have a skin in the game in a different way. You just do. And what women are saying is, well, I want to be able to vote, but I don't want to be able to be drafted because it's different for us because we have the duty of bearing children. Women don't have the duty of bearing children because it's not mandated that you bear children. You don't have to bear children. That is, you don't have the government coming in and saying every woman must bear a child. And if you can't bear children, you have to sign up for the draft, right? Like it's an actual duty. It's not being enforced, right? It doesn't even exist, right? You get to decide. Do you want kids? Do you not want kids? Guys don't get to decide, oh, do I want to sign up for civil service or not? It's not they have no choice, right? So that's why the whole voting argument comes up too, because guys will then say, well, you want the equality of voting, you want to be considered an equal to a man. But then when it comes to something that you don't want to do, a la wartime, you want to just say, well, I want equality, but not on this, right? It's not fair, right? It shouldn't work like that. Okay. So again, and if you ask them, honestly, I think if you asked most women, they would give up their vote. They would say, I'm not doing that. Out here, take my... I actually do believe that would happen. And then you know what would happen. Oh, let's just pull this thread for a minute. Then if you pull that thread, oh, look, no more hard leftist socialist maniacs get elected. Maybe this plan's wrought with goodness. Just saying. Just listen. I'm just the messenger. All right, y'all, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. We're going to get to the next clip in just a second, but I have a powerhouse for you all. You guys take creatine? If you don't take creatine, maybe you should. If you want your athletic performance to be at peak, if you want your cognitive performance to be at peak, creatine is an amazing supplement. The problem with creatine in most cases is that it's completely corrupted. It has heavy metals, it has glyphosate, it's horrible, the ingredients. Lineage went above and beyond. This is Paul Saladino's company again, same company where I promote the meat sticks. This is creatine monohydrate mixed with sea salt. The reason that they added sea salt, and those are the only two ingredients, is because sea salt brings maximum absorption to your cells of the creatine. It made a huge difference in terms of my post-workout performance, and it makes a huge difference in terms of my clarity of thought. It's like kind of like my brain is lit up when I take this. I kind of love it. So again, this is 99.9% proven to be potent and 99.9% proven to be free of herbicides, pesticides, glyphosate, heavy metals, and all of that toxic crap that you don't want in your creatine, which I assure you is in a boatload of creatine that you buy online. So Jedediah 10. Jedediah 10 is your code for 10% off. You're going to get 10% off. Try the creatine. It's really good. It tastes like, it just has a little salty taste. It tastes like sea salt. And you can get that at lineageprovisions.com. You can also use that code Jedediah 10 for any other product at Lineage. They have protein powder. They have honey. They have beef tallow. I have everything of theirs. I'm going to be showing you their protein powder soon. But the creatine, if you have creatine, replace it with this one. This one's the best one that you can take. All right. Next clip. I think we are at is it number 3 or number 4? I don't know. I think it's number 3. Let's hit it.
Guys don't approach girls at the bars anymore.
I do.
I don't expect guys to come up to me, but I know the caliber of my friends, and I know what those look like, and they are some stunning. If guys aren't going up to them, guys aren't going up to anyone. So I think if you're going up to girls at the bar in the first place, whether you say hi, whether you say, can I buy you a drink, whether you use Nick's line, which is a great line, by the way.
Thank you.
I think you have a million times better of a shot.
Yeah. I mean,
you really don't have all that much competition because guys aren't going up to girls. It's not like 15 guys are going up to a girl in a night to tell her how pretty she is. She probably gets one a night.
Yeah. Okay. And why is that? So it's interesting that she immediately says, well, my friends are so hot. They are like the gold standard of hot. So, if guys aren't going up to them. And here's the thing. The hotness is starting to matter like less and less to these guys. Now, why is that? Because they're tired of getting blown off. When they go up to the hot girl, they're tired of buying their drinks all night and then getting blown off. Girls give the wrong phone numbers to these guys. That happens all the time. They're tired of getting taken advantage of. They're tired of, getting used. They're tired of, they give the girl all the attention, they boost her ego, and then she goes and has an after party with some other guy after she got tipsy drinking the drinks that you paid for all night at the bar. So they're finding that the reward for their effort is like, it's just not worth it to a lot of them, right? So they're just not doing it anymore. So now what's happening is that the caliber of woman, like it has to be someone that they size up as being there for the right reason. So if you're just a hot girl at a bar, you're like kind of like a dime a dozen now. And they're like, okay. And they're starting to, in their minds, these guys say, well, yeah, she's a hot girl, but like, what am I actually getting out of this? Like, is she really going to be interested in me? Is she using, like, there's just so much bull to contend with. Now, guys will still, I think, make effort for the right women. So if it's a woman who they've been introduced to by someone, or if it's someone they know through someone where they feel at least like it's been filtered in a sense, that's different. But they're so tired. And if they do go up to these girls, they are less and less being like, can I buy you a drink? Guys aren't going to go over to a woman anymore and say, oh, you look really great or something, because you know what women do? First of all, they take that comment, they take it as you being too nice, and then they like make a video about it. Oh, he was just, I don't know, it was like too much, too fast, right? Or they say, thank you. And then like 5 minutes later, they're on TikTok like, he gave me the ick because he said that I was cute. And like, second one, like, don't you have anything else to do? Right? They're tired of it. They see videos all over the internet getting trashed, right? Of guys like them getting trashed. And also, they're tired of like, there have been so many guys. Do you remember when we did the interview with Stirling? Stirling was saying that so many guys, Sterling Cooper, if you missed that interview, by the way, you should go check it out. He's awesome. He was saying that so many guys were writing into him saying that just from going up to girls, they were getting like accused of SA. Like literally just by going up, complimenting them, they were getting SA charges. Like they were like, horrible stuff. So they were like, screw you. I'm not complimenting you. You do you, honey. Like that, it's going to get to that point, and they're starting to go crazy because they can't figure it out. Well, this is why, love. You know what? You push the envelope too far and you're driving them away. That's why. All right. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. Get in the chat. Get in the comments. Get feisty. Let YouTube know that you won't be shut up. Okay. Number 4.
Men, look, just so there's no confusion, if a woman is interested in you, this is her first move, okay? And that's it. So if you see that, that's the green light.
Okay, what the F is she talking about? First of all, listen, no, how do I say it? I don't know if it's the Botox or what, but she's like, the expression didn't change, right? And we all know now, I don't have a TV anymore. Okay. By choice. I was like, get this thing out of here. It's a propaganda machine. I'm done. But the other day, and I don't scroll a lot on my phone and stuff. The other day I'm on my phone and I see this woman. There was a TV segment that had been tweeted out by someone. And I see her and she's crying, right? A friend of hers had gotten injured and it's like a serious segment, right? And I'm watching her and she's crying. And this is all flat. And she's I can't even do it because I don't do any of that weird injectable stuff. So my face moves, as you can see. But it's like frozen and she's just like, and she's crying and there's like tears, but it's like dead eyes. And listen, ladies, it was horrifying. It was like a horror movie because you see these women who can't emote. And now also it's being linked socially to a lot of problems because what's happening is when you freeze, there's a lot of studies being done on this, when you freeze these muscles in women's faces, because the actual movement of muscles makes you more able to feel. It does something. It releases stuff in your body. It's like a chain and you become more emotive. You feel more deeply, empathy, things like that. Because they can't do that, there's like a dead inside thing happening too. Oof. But even if it's not dead inside, it's dead outside. So this woman's trying to say that by doing this, you're supposed to know. What did we see, honey? I didn't see any. Was it with a twitch or something? I barely saw anything. This is the same type of woman, by the way, guys, that you'll go over and she'll be like, oh, he came right next to me. I was at the gym and I was on the treadmill and there were all these treadmills and all I did was look at him like this and he comes on the treadmill right next to me. Ugh, I have the ick. Right? Same thing. So again, ladies, you made your bed. Now sleep in it alone because you constantly pick on these guys. You constantly tell them, ooh, you came up to me. Ooh, you complimented me. Oh, you're so nice. But ooh, do you have nothing else to do? Ooh, he gave me the ick. All of that. And now you're mad because guys aren't coming up to you and you're saying, guys, this is your cue. No, honey, that doesn't mean anything. Guys are not seeing the cue. Neither am I, by the way. And even if they did see a cue, they're still not going to take it as a sign that it's like a safe zone to come up to you when guys are getting accused of SA for coming up to you. Guys are getting accused of all types of crap coming up to you. Guys are getting used for drinks coming up to you. Guys are getting discarded after 5 minutes coming up to you. So that's why they're not coming up to you. In an ideal world, would guys be gentlemen, go up to women, get treated with respect, buy a drink, have a great conversation, get to know each other? Sure. But ladies, you ruined that. You ruined it. You just did. Let's be honest. Guys, am I not right? I'm being honest. Okay. Last clip of the day. Let's do it.
Do not fall for the trap of a man asking you, what are you looking for in dating? Because it is often a trap. A guy who is an F-boy, a narcissist, a gaslighting, love-bombing king will ask you what you're looking for so that he can mirror that back to you, get what he wants, whether it's attention, whether it's intimacy, and then dip. You are handing him the playbook by telling him what you're looking for. And I don't just mean like, oh, I'm looking for a relationship. I'm talking about literally listing out things that you want your dream guy to do, the way you want him to be, act, communicate. You're handing him the playbook. You're not seeing who he authentically is without guidance from you. You're seeing now the version of him that he is going to portray to you to get what he wants. And there's a less sinister version of this too, where a guy is actually a good guy, but now his actions are swayed initially by what you've told him. So he's subconsciously acting how he thinks you want him to act and not really being his authentic self. So you're so much better off when someone says, what are you looking for? You can talk about what you're looking for, but be vague. Don't hand them the playbook. And also, whenever possible, I like to ask him first, because I've been there where I say, oh yeah, I'm looking for a relationship. And they go, oh, me too. And a couple months later, you find out they're definitely not looking for a relationship, and they wouldn't have said that if you hadn't said it first. What do you think about this? Comment down below.
Okay. What's interesting is that she starts the video as if the guy's always bad, right? Like he's asking you, hey, what are you looking for? Like with an agenda, right? It can't possibly just be that he's like trying to figure out if you're there for the right reasons, right? I mean, let's just be honest. It can be. He may just be like, you know, and by the way, most guys, when they say, what are you looking for? They're not looking for a step-by-step, oh, I want someone to come to my door and play this song. And I want someone to, they're not. Honey, that's how a woman interprets what a man is asking, right? Because we are crazy. Women are detailed and specific and analytical. We're analyzing every last thing and going insane. When a guy says, what are you looking for? He's not looking. He's just, you're looking for a one night stand. You're looking for a relationship. You look at, what are you looking for is what they mean. They're not quite, you know, as obsessive, right? They don't need you to come back and be like, well, on date 1, I would like this, this, and this. On date 2, I would like this, this. That's not the idea, honey. So here's what I would say. First of all, these women should never lie. Don't lie about what you're looking for and then get mad if the guy takes you at your word, right? So if a guy says, what are you looking for? And you're like, well, women love to do this, by the way. Guys, don't fall into the trap. Don't fall into this trap. Women love to say, when guys say, what are you looking for? Oh, I'm not looking for anything serious right now. She says. Why? Because she feels like you're not looking for anything serious. So she's trying to mimic you because she feels like if she says she is looking for something serious, it's going to be too much for you and you're going to leave. So she pretends she's not looking for anything serious. Fast forward 2 weeks and she's like now wanting you to be in boyfriend head, even though you said you weren't looking for anything serious. And even though she said she wasn't looking for anything serious, she lied. So now she's like, why is he treating me like just this friends with benefits type thing? Well, honey, you told him when he asked you that you weren't looking for anything serious. Yeah, but I didn't mean that. I just said that because he said it. Like, you got what you asked for, right? Now, is there a possibility that if she said, well, I am looking for a serious relationship, that guy who wasn't looking for anything serious would have left? Sure. But wouldn't that have saved everybody time, energy, money, effort, and heartache? If he's not looking for something serious, he's not looking for something serious. The same way if she's not looking for something serious, she's not like all this like, oh, let me just lie for the moment and hope that they turn out to be exactly the person that I want 2 weeks in. It just doesn't work. Am I right? So don't lie. Also, don't play games, which is also going to fall into don't lie. Don't clearly know what you want, but don't like dance around it like, oh, I can't say it outright or I can't. Don't do that. Just so much heartache would be avoided if people were just honest. And yes, there would be people who walked away because they wouldn't be able to handle that honesty. But who cares? You're not going to wind up with that person anyway because they're not there for the reasons you're there. And you would have to try to like bend them and twist them and contort them like Gumby to be with you. And it's not going to work, right? It's not going to work. Fine. If you want something serious, find somebody who wants something serious. If you want something that's not serious, this is not rocket science, right? We all know it. So ladies, don't assume that guys ask these questions and are malicious. Don't lie. Don't play games. Just be honest. And if he doesn't stay, it's probably because he wasn't that into you. And that's fine, right? That's fine. He wasn't the guy for you. Same goes the other way around, by the way, guys. If she asks you, hey, if you know that she's looking for a relationship and you're not looking for a relationship, and she says, hey, like, what are you interested in? And you lie and say, a relationship. Meantime, you're like, God, no. Don't do it. Because then in 2 weeks, she's going to expect you to be acting like you're in a relationship. And it's going to be a giant headache and just massive pandemonium for anyone involved. So just don't do it, right? Bottom line is just tell the truth, y'all. Woohoo! Feelings will get hurt, but the truth hurts less than a lie. All right. See you back here soon. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button. And thank you so much for all the growth we've seen on the channel. Let's keep it going. See you soon.